Welcome back. It is 12 minutes to 8. The final reporting season for the year has wrapped up and it's time to tally the score. Forsyth Barr Senior Equity Analyst Matt Montgomery is here to talk us through the winners and the losers, thanks to our partners Forsyth Barr. Matt, good morning.
Morning, thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. So, who are the winners, who are the losers?
Yeah, so November reporting is the company's reporting to in the period that ended 30 September. So it's quite a small sample size when we compare it back to the August and February rounds. But if we look at that, acknowledging it is a small sample size, some of the winners, Fisher & Paykel Healthcare, a clearly global healthcare company not overly exposed to the current conditions in New Zealand, they reported the result ahead of expectations. They increased their guidance for the year, so they're seeing ongoing good demand for their hospital products around the world. Another one, local one, Sanford, the fishing company, which has been had a more challenging last 3, 4, 5 years, but it's in a bit of a turnaround phase. Again, good pricing globally, but also some sort of turnaround initiatives coming through. Gentrack, another one that's doing well, had a sort of tough run into the reporting season, but reported a result in line. Expectations were quite low, so saw quite strong stock price reaction on the back of it. So if we look overall at the broader scorecard, it's certainly more skewed positively than it has been over the last few years, but clearly acknowledge it's a smaller sample set.
And you haven't gone to the losers yet.
Yeah, the losers, like I say, the scorecard has been more skewed to the right.
Are you just being nice, Matt? You just don't want to
I think let's just lean on the small sample size. But I think it's not all green. At one smaller company, Pacific Edge, reported result under expectations. The aged care companies, did miss expectations, so that's Ryman and Oceania. But we think with those two that there are signs, quite clear signs, that they're through the worst of the times and things are looking brighter.
And big caps, small caps, return of the large cap companies.
Yeah, so it's one of our sort of themes for 2026. If you look at the New Zealand market through 2025, it's only up sort of 3 or 4%. But if you look between the mids and the small, so the mids and the large, so the large being the top 10, they're down about 4 or 5%. But you've had the mid caps, which is the 11 to 50 ranked, in the NZX up sort of 20%. So that's the largest outperformance by the mid caps versus the large caps since 2006.
Okay. So
you've had those large caps lag. A lot of those large caps aren't necessarily exposed to the New Zealand economy, large global businesses. So we're sort of flagging that 2026 could be the return of the large versus the mid, given what's happened this year.
Interesting. And what about the year as a whole? I mean, it's been a challenge. Good for, US stock market's been going gangbusters despite everything that's been thrown at it. But a tough year for business in New Zealand. Yeah,
no, it has been challenging. But we are seeing signs more recently in sort of the live data that there is improvements coming through, and I suppose that's one of the benefits of a reporting season is we do get that sort of live, up-to-date commentary with management teams to really get a sense on the ground of what's happening. So, I think there's no hiding that 2025's been challenging, but there is, I guess, tangible green shoots that we can cling on to for 2026 that are looking more optimistic.
Yeah, what are they saying about 2026?
I wouldn't be expecting sort of this sharp V-shaped recovery, but if you look at sort of September, October, November sales, Kiwi Property Group as an example, malls, the Bay, Sylvia Park around New Zealand, sort of suggesting October sales are up sort of 3-4%. The building companies are in the sort of volumes of plateauing, not getting any worse. Sky City, similarly, in that not getting any worse. So it's certainly not we're off to the races, but it's, I think, a reflection of we're likely through the worst and things are looking up. We're
not throwing up in the car park. Hey, speaking of, you might be after your big run. You've just been telling me during the break you're doing the Kepler.
Yes, Saturday.
How far is that? How long is that?
That's 60 k's. So.
Far out. And what are you aiming for time-wise? What's your goal?
Let's say 7 hours.
Far out.
Some hope.
Good luck. So have you stopped training now, or do you?
Stopped training. We're in taper. Yeah.
You're in taper.
Rest the body up.
So this week will be a restful week, and then it's this weekend.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Good luck, Matt. Good luck. You'll need it by the sounds. Matt Montgomery, Senior Equity Analyst at Forsyth Barr. That's thanks to our partners, Forsyth Barr.